Welcome back, everybody, to Conan Exiles on the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we are going to kill one or more world bosses to get skeleton keys, and then we're going to go do our first dungeon. Probably going to do the dregs first. Depending upon who you talk to, some people think that, or I've heard, I should say, that the Witch Queen dungeon, which I think is here, maybe, is the first dungeon, or the easiest dungeon. But then other people say it's the dregs, which is right over here. I tend to, when I've played this game in the past, I tend to do the dregs first. But the other thing too is, just with all of the leveling and the fact that we have, 2 times XP on the server, I'm level 60. I haven't even done a dungeon yet, and I'm already level 60. Just from all the gathering and stuff that we're doing. But I'm okay with that myself, only because of the fact that I've already beaten this game, played all the way through it before in the past, and so we're gonna do, even though the early dungeons should be pretty easy for us, we're gonna do them anyways just to enjoy them, for the lore and that sort of thing. Okay, I got several things to update you on. First of all, I have I've got a couple clips I want to show you. I've been out and about. I've spent quite a bit of time on the server leveling up all of my fighters, and Inika is that named NPC that we ran into right over in here when we were on our way back from the sorcery cave in the last episode. And she was killed by a demon shaleback before I could get to her. Well, I went back there later on and grabbed her again because she respawned. So we have her now, and so all of our followers are named. And Inika is currently level 12, and these are her stats. So we can see that what happens with your thralls is once they reach level 10, then 15, then 20, they get various perks. And I think sometimes these perks can actually be negative. I'm not positive about that, though. So she has Universal Warrior, which gives her +3 to all of the main stats here. And her current, so these are her attribute bonuses, as you can see her here, and her current health is 1125. And then for Ulrich, or Ulrich, I mean, he's got Robust. So yeah, see, this is an example of a negative. He has +5 to health, but he has +3 to agility, which isn't really a problem because he's a strength-based dude anyway. So he's a little bit slower, but it doesn't really matter because strength is the main thing. Plus he's got a little boost to his health too. So he's currently level 13 and he has 1071 health. And then Tessa, we've had her the longest of these three. She is a jack of all trades, which gives +2 to all of the stats there, and then she's also blessed, which gives her +15 to health. So she has a pretty high, I mean, compared to the other two, anyways, high health pool at 1700, and these are her bonuses here. So I've taken these guys around. I took them back to the savannah and did another round, for heavy leather. I took them just to the very entrance of the Unnamed City, and we fought a couple of skellies there, picked up a few things, and we also went to Yogg's Fortress. Where the fuck is that at? It's up, yeah, the summoning place. We went there and we kind of messed around with some of the NPCs there, and I actually even got a named scout right, which I'm going to show you in a second. From there, I didn't clear the whole entire place out because I'm going to do that on camera with you guys, but we just kind of went into the first part of it, and then just have kind of been all around the map. We even went a little bit over into this area and killed a couple of snakes and scorpions, just to level up the thralls and so forth. And I think I'm going to start spending more time in the Unnamed City because the enemies are very dangerous and high level here, and that translates then into more XP for faster leveling. Okay, so the so I got a couple of clips I want to show you for some off camera things. We have in here, as you can see, a named cook, Unnamed Sorcerer, and Unnamed Scout Right. A Scout Right is a special armorer which makes lighter armor. Okay, so we grabbed him at the Yogg place. So, and I also got myself a bartender. So we got her at the just the Defari Overlook place, which is just right over here that we've. I'm sorry, the Narrow Neck Span, which we've been to multiple times, and I go back there. And I kind of farm that place. And here's the clip from that.
Let us talk quickly, before anyone notices. 1,000 gratitudes to you. I shall serve you faithfully. I shall serve you libations unending. I owe you much, but I am wasted as a fighter. My talents are in the barkeep trade. I can keep you and yours happy with drink, and my ears suss out all manner of secrets and gossip. I will fight for you, but I could do so much more. My talents are in the barkeep trade.
Okay, and our cook that we got, I just got in Sinner's Refuge, so this is Corms the Faithful. I go back to Sinner's Refuge quite a bit. I've already been in there a couple of times with you guys on camera, so, very low level, very easy to knock out NPCs, but it's a good place to farm, craftsmen in the early game. So I got the cook from there. And then, Gruth Dead Eater I got from a Defari camp that is here at Spinebreaker's Flank. So if you go up through here into this little valley here, there's a whole bunch of spiders, and you kill the spiders and you can get ichor, and silk and that kind of thing from them. And then up on this area here is a Defari camp, and I went up there and we killed them all, and I farmed. There's like I think there's like 3 sorcerers up there, because I need the spell pages and stuff. But Gruth, what is it? Gruth. Yeah, Gruth Dead Eater was there. So that's a tier 4 or a named sorcerer. So we got her. And then Benaru Heavy Hands, our Scout Right. As I mentioned, we got, he was just right inside the entrance of the summoning place, the Yogg Fortress, and we nabbed him as well.
I will rip you apart!
Okay, so let's grab our let's grab our cook first, and we will put her on the stove, or him. I don't know. I can't remember if it's a female or a male. Male, it looks like. Okay, place thrall in the world, and then pick up and assign to the stove. Okay, so Corms the Faithful is now assigned to our stove, and what I want to actually do with him. Oh, come on, guys, get out of the way. Everybody's in the way. What I want to do with him is I've made some desert berries. Oh, here's another thing too. I haven't really been using the everybody's in the way. If I want to make savory feast, this is our unlock plus. I can actually pull resources into Oh, see, the thing is it doesn't always work. So apparently it doesn't recognize that I have dried berries in the drying rack, but it does work for some things. So you can say, okay, I want to make 7 of these, so pull all the ingredients I need for 7 of these from surrounding storage. But it appears to me like it has to actually be in storage, like a storage box, for that to work. Let's test that. Let's do a little sciencing here. Here. Should tell these guys to stay put until we're ready to go, so everybody just chillax here. Right. Okay, so if we put these dried berries in here, and then I say that I want to make Savory Feast 7. There we go. Okay, so it has to be in actual storage. It can't be in the crafting bench itself. Very cool. Okay, but let's do this. Let's just grab all of the dried berries that we have so far. And we'll put these in here. And then I'm going to... looks like we can make a total of 25 Savory Feasts, so let's do that. Yeah, for some reason that the button doesn't work all the time. And what I want to do is I want to compare a Savory Feast made with our cook compared to the one that I made myself. And is there any difference? So, see, that's concussive damage 15% from the cook. And the one I made is also concussive damage. So I don't see a difference, at least in the concussive damage part of that, between the two. So I don't know. I guess I don't really know exactly what the cook does for us. I'm sure there's some benefit. Maybe it's faster cooking, perhaps? Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so we got that done. Now let's grab Gruth Death Eater. And I'm not exactly sure what the sorcerer does for us either. Maybe crafting of sorcery items is less expensive? Perhaps? Okay, so grab you and assign you, yeah, to the sorcery station. Okay, so now she's... Oh, okay, so... Oh! Ah, okay, so adding her allows us to make sorcerer pages. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know, because I wasn't able to make these before that. So that's why we need her. So 10 failed sorcerer pages will make 1 normal spell page, or if we have all of these ingredients, an inking brush. I don't know where the hell we get that. We'll have to figure that one out. Very cool. Okay. So yeah, she's a named sorcerer. And then finally we have our scout right. So let's grab him, I think. This was a male. And we should be able to assign him to the armorer's bench. First put him down. Alright, and then grab him and assign him. Or is he already? Oh, okay, yeah. So I can either choose to use the benefits of Benaru, the scout right, which means lighter armor. Yeah, see, it's 19% less encumbrance weight. Or I can use Chalcus the Smith. And Chalcus is a named... Wait, where is Chalcus? Here, maybe we can find him from here. Chalcus is... He's a Temperite. Okay, so yeah, the Temperite is a durability dude. Right? So... The Scout Right, lighter armor. The Temperite, more durable armor. So if I choose him, then what it does is it adds 34.5% more durability to the armor itself. And Chalcus I think I got him out of Sinner's Refuge too. So the two that I didn't show on camera were Inika and Chalcus, because I just forgot to start the recording. But I'm pretty sure I got Chalcus from Sinner's Refuge. Again, this place just right up here, really easy farming area. So what I do there is I just load up all my friends with truncheons, and we go in there and we just knock everybody out, and then I just, if we get a good person, we take them. If we don't, then I kill them while they're knocked out, which is really evil of me. so I can steal their hearts. Because why not, right? Okay, so I think that gets us caught up on everything that we've done to date. One thing I want to do, here's my end attributes too. And remember, we can very easily reset these by just making the potion, and I probably will do that. But we're maxed out on agility, which you guys already knew. And I took the double jump because I just really like that. And then we also have level 2 in authority. And you can look on the right-hand side to see what I have for that. We have level 2 in grit, level 2 in expertise. So I put my final points in expertise because I got tired of, having to, running out of it or being encumbered. So I just put a few more points in that. But if we get to and we will, when we get to a point where we're going to have a pretty tough fight on our hands, I might respec and put, rearrange some of these points to be more combat focused. That's one of the nice things about this game is it's relatively easy to just do that, and change your situation for what you're about ready to do. We do that with potion resets knowledge points. It's bestial memory. And that's pretty easy to make. It's very easy to make, in fact, because we just need blood, which we got lots of, yellow lotus blossom, which is nearby, and water-filled glass flask. Okay, the other thing that I want to do, let's advance our spells some more, at least as far as we can with the resources that we have. So we have some glowing goop. Do we have 10? Oh, we don't. Shit. Okay. We only have 6 of that, but we'll actually be able to get quite a bit of that in the dungeon that we're going to go do in this episode. Because there's a lot of glowing goop in the dregs. And then of course savory flesh is not a big deal, and we got quite a few sorceress pages in there. Very good. All right, so here's the deal. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and kill our first, well, actually, technically our second 3-skull boss. We did kill the guy in Hanuman's Grotto, but he doesn't drop a skeleton key. The way the game works now, from what I understand, and this is different than what it used to be. See, what happened is you used to have these world bosses, and somewhere near that world boss, there would be a chest. And you'd defeat the world boss, get a key, open the chest, and then there would be a legendary weapon in it. But apparently now they've moved all of those chests into the dungeons themselves. So you still kill the world boss, and you get, I think they drop a legendary weapon, but they also give you a skeleton key to where you can get another one in the dungeons. I think that's how it works. I don't know. Remember, this game is different than it was in 2021, which last time I played. So I'm still trying to, figure out all the changes, because they've changed quite a few things, and most of them I would say for the better too. For sure. Anyway, okay, let's go to here, and I want to grab all of this stuff here, including the dried berries, and let's just cook up the rest of this as normal. Does the cook assign to this too? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, it does. Okay, so it gives us crafting speed. That's what it is. Okay. That's what the cook does for us. Yep, crafting speed. Okay. That's not really that big of a deal, if you ask me, but if that's the way it works, that's the way it works. All right, let's put savory feasts in there. And that's actually, okay, spiced haunch, mixed meat scraps. Yeah, I just got that from the Davari camp. The trail jerky gives us 50 armor. I think I'm going to take these with us. By the way, I'm going to start carrying purified water instead of a water pouch. Right? Water pouch? Is that what the hell they're called? My brain just decided to take a nap. These thingies here. Water skin. Yeah, sorry, water skin. Just because this water is better. It'll quench our thirst for more and or longer than the pouch will. So yeah, we're going to start doing that. And you just make these by making glass flask in here, taking the glass flask, filling up with water here or at the well, and then putting it in the stove and turning it into purified water, which means boiled water. All right, let's get ready to go then. So we'll keep yeah, we'll keep that with us. We got our arrows. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted to do. I want to get a better bow. So let's go to knowledge and weapons. And we can do the, well, we can't do the hardened steel bow because we don't have hardened steel yet. But we can do the ancient bow. Let's learn that. And then if we go over here and the ancient bow, so let's see, we need 20 thick leather, some silk, and some steel bars. Excuse me, gesundheit. I don't think I can pull all... Oh, I can. Okay, so it did let me pull all of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and craft one of those. I'm just going to do one for the moment. I'm going to cancel these and then I'll redo them in a second. And when I've got a whole bunch of wood. So I'm making insulated wood and I'm making shaped wood. The insulated wood, we're going to need so much of that later on when we build our main base, because we're going to build that of nicer material, right? So yeah, we need tons of that. So yeah, let's make this bow. And Sonia, because she's well, no, actually she's a tier 3, right? So she's going to add these bonuses to that bow here, which will be nice. But I want to compare it to our powerful Hyrcanian bows and see if it makes that much of a difference. It may not be a huge difference, but we'll see what it does. Plus, remember, too, we can also put some weapon kits and stuff like that on there, too. Okay, so this is 16 health damage and 8 armor pin. Yeah, I would say that's, 6 more damage without any modifications at all. That's pretty damn good. The weight on it, though, is, about 30%, a little more than 30% more than these bows here. Which kind of sucks unless I decide to put a weight reduction kit on it. But what I think I would like to actually do, I got this advanced weapon damage kit from, oh, that was the other thing. I went back to the sorcerer cave and farmed the chests again. And while I was in there, the stupid sandstorm came, and it's kind of silly that sandstorms can affect you inside of a cave, but that's what happened. So yeah, we got some more loot from there, including this advanced weapon damage kit. So let's just go ahead and add this to the bow. And now it does 20, oh my god, 22 health damage? That was a huge boost. Okay, so here's what I think I'll do. We'll carry the ancient bow and we'll use that with the razor arrows for just some serious bow damage. I mean, serious where we're currently at, right? And we'll just keep the Hyrcanian bow. Well, I don't know. Do I want to just make one more of those and do maximum damage? The thing is the second bow I've been using, just for the poison arrows to get the poison itself on there. But the arrow itself, the snake arrow, doesn't do a whole lot of damage. However, I do get frequent crits with them, and they still, they can still do pretty good, but I wonder if it makes sense. You know what? What the fuck? We've got the resources. Let's go big or go home, right? Okay, so we'll craft another one of those. And I don't have another advanced damage kit. I can make them knowledge-wise, but I don't have hardened steel. We won't get that until we go into the north and get black ice. But we could put a normal weapon damage kit on it, which will still, not quite as good as the advanced one, but it'll still beef it up a little bit. Okay. And I think what I'll do with these bows, I'm just going to melt them down, because if we end up getting a an archery thrall, which I'm not really looking for because I'm the archery guy. You know, we'll just make another, you know, whatever the best bow we can make at the time for that thrall. But yeah, you know, my rationale there is because I'm the agility person in the party, so to speak. We don't necessarily need another one. Okay, so let's grab this weapon damage kit and, oh, did I not grab that bow? I thought I did. Let's try that again. Okay, so we'll put this here, and we'll add this weapon damage kit to this, and then that gives us... What's your bow? 22 and 20. There we go. Yeah, it had to refresh. So that's still really good damage. And then that will be our snake arrow bow. It's a beautiful thing. All right. Can I... See, I can't repair this pickaxe. I wonder if it's because I haven't actually learned it. Let's learn it. Because remember, I can reset these points too, and I still have 223 available to use. So let's learn that, and now can I repair it? I can't. Why not? Oh, I can. Never mind. I had to select it. Okay, good. We got this pickaxe out of the sorcerer's cave, so that's why I had it without, you know, first having learned it. Nice. Okay. I think we're ready to set out. The first fight we're going to do is just right across the way there at the pond, so it's not even very far away from the base at all. And, let me see here. Okay, I've got these with me. Let's put a couple of those back. I found these in some loot somewhere. I can't actually make these yet. All right, are you guys ready to rock and roll? Oh, by the way, Inika, I gave that perfected steel mace after adding a an advanced armor repair kit. Sorry, advanced weapon damage thingy to it. So it does 36 health damage, 27% armor penetration, and I also made her an ancient shield, which itself does 31 damage and 12% armor penetration. So these two things together, you know, make them pretty good. It looks like we have a sandstorm coming in. All right, let's do this. Let's put on our mask, and let's move away from the base. And if we get... Oh, shit. Hold on. I need you guys to come with me. And I need to do them individually because I don't want all the other thralls to also follow us. If one of the demons spawns in, we should be able... I would think that we should be able to take them now with this group. This is a pretty strong group. I mean, you know, there's still better thralls out there, but these are all named fighters, and I've been leveling them, and everything we've come across so far, they've pretty much mopped the floor with. All right, it doesn't look like it's going to spawn in a sand demon. Okay, fair enough. Is that if it does spawn one in, it usually pops in almost immediately. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut the camera here and wait for the storm to finish, and then right over there is that big croc boss, and he's gonna be our first world boss that we're gonna take on, and he'll drop us a skeleton key and also give us a legendary weapon. So we'll see you guys in a second. All right, let's get this party started here. I'm gonna pull the boss guy over this way. Unless he's just gonna sit there and let me pew-pew him from here. What the hell, man? He should be chasing me. Okay, so what the fuck? No, he needs to come... Is he glitched? I've never seen him do this before. See, I don't want them to fight the boss right where he There he comes. And is normally at, because if they die, you know, then they get camped. Okay, let's reapply the poison. Oh, shit. Oh, these guys are gonna absolutely wreck him.
God, take you.
God's take you.
And he's down. Okay, that was pathetically easy. Jesus. Okay. All right, so we've got a hardened steel short sword. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Some dragon powder, alchemical base, water-filled glass, and a lance core. But we also want to harvest them because that's what gives us the skeleton key. Right there. Okay, cool. Don't want the feral flesh. So let's take a look at this. This is a hardened steel short sword. It does, oh my god, 47 health damage and 16 armor pin. That's pretty damn good. And it's, oh, and it's an agility weapon. Oh, dudes. Okay. There are a few swords and at least one hammer that I know of in the game that's actually agility based, because normally, you know, those would be strength weapons. This is a nice find. Okay, so our daggers do 31 health, but remember the daggers also have bleed and 19 armor pin. What does this have? 16 armor pin. And I'm not, well, see, I mean, I could have a shield equipped. None of my followers are, I mean, they're all strength based upon their armor in particular. Let's take a look at this. It's a cool looking weapon. That's the combos. All right. I'll have to think about this. I mean, in terms of, I'm not necessarily convinced. Well, it's gonna do a lot more just straight up base damage than the daggers, but daggers have more armor pin and more bleed. So yeah, I'll have to think about whether or not I want to use this and in what situation. If I did use this, I would also want the shield too. Tell you what, let's go back to the base. And should I hold out though for, because this is a legendary weapon, I'm wondering if I should hold out and wait till I can make the master, weapon fittings. But, oh, wait, though. You know what, though? I can put the advanced on there and take it off later on with the whatchamacallit, the prying kit. And then put a better one on it later. Okay. So right now, I could make a normal weapon damage kit. And I think that's what I would put on here. The other ones would either be durability or light, make it lighter, but don't really care about that so much. But I should theoretically be able to put one of these on and then take it off later and put the master, the master version on. That's another question. Well, I don't want to take that off my bow, though. I want to keep that on the bow, because I was going to say I could maybe take it off the bow and put it on the sword, but I don't think I want to do that. So this should theoretically increase its damage by 4 more points. Yeah, because it was 47, now it's 51. That is some pretty damn good damage, I gotta say. So now the question is, do I want to make myself a shield? The best shield I can currently make is the ancient shield, and then I can put a a damage thingy. Well, no, the only thing you can put on a shield is the durability fitting, and that would give me that in itself can do 31 health damage and then 12 armor penetration if I use it as well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna just sit on this for now. Maybe what I ought to do is take it out and just mess with it a little bit and see how I feel about it. Yeah, why don't we do that? Okay, while we're here, we've got to drop a couple things off. Let's go this way. What? I'll do that. Put those in there. We'll put the insulated wood in here. The lance core, that we would need to make a lance itself. I think I'm just going to store that in here for now. Yeah, a lot of room in there. My storage situation is a little bit haphazard at the moment. Oh, by the way, those skeletons that we farmed up at the entrance to the Unnamed City, we got some Black Lotus from them and some Purple Lotus powder. Yeah, we got that from them. Okay, so yeah, why don't we do this? Let's go ahead and make another ancient shield, and can we just pull these? Yep, we can. That's beautiful. Okay, the other thing I can do with that Unlock Plus is I can click this, and then I can say always keep like 100 of these arrows in my inventory. Yeah, so at least those. And then click it. And it should have saved it, right? Yeah, okay. And where that comes into play later on is when we get a bearer. We can go up to the bearer and tell the bearer to take everything out of our inventory and put it away, except for anything that we've locked down with this. So, we'll be able to do that once we get a bearer. Okay. So right, we're waiting for this. Okay, we got this. Ooh, this one's going to even be better because it was made by our Timpersmith, which made it lighter. What would Chelkus have done? He would have made more durability. Yeah, I think I would prefer this actually be lighter. So this is only 199. What's the weight on yours? 210. Okay, right. So we got just a little, slightly bit lighter shield by using our scout right. Now let's come over here. And again, the only type of fitting we can put on a shield is the durability one. Which I think is a reinforcement kit. Right, okay. Reinforcement kit. It's not flexibility. Advanced reinforcement. Okay, yeah, that requires hardened steel, which we don't have yet. So we can only make a normal one for now. So we'll try this out, and I'll see how I feel about it. If I really, really like it, I mean, it's going to do a shit ton of damage, but it's not doing the bleed. So if you add the bleed in on the daggers and the extra armor pin, is it really better? I don't know. It might just come down to what I enjoy the most, because that's kind of the important thing, right? Okay, so we'll put that on there, and that increased its durability. I forgot to look to see what it was before then, but very good. All right, now, what we would have to do then is put the sword and the shield in these slots because I want to keep this in there. And then, no, 4 and 5. Okay. How do I attack with the shield? So that's right mouse. That's left mouse. Control brings the shield up. All right, so the Google AI basically said that if I do heavy attack combo, the second and fourth attacks in the combo add the shield stats to the attack, if I understand that correctly. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so yeah, let's take it out and we'll try it. You know, this sword is really good for us because it's an agility-based sword, not a strength sword, which most of them are. So we got kind of lucky with that. And I'll see how I like it. And then, you know, maybe we'll use both. We'll use daggers a little bit, get some bleeds going, and then use the sword to really put on the pew-pew after the bleeds are stacked up. Something to that effect. I love it. All right, guys, let's head out, and we are going to go... We're going to go to the Dregs, which is way on the extreme west end of the river. There's also a big Dafari camp there. So I'll tell you what we're going to do about that. I'm going to just take one truncheon with me, because whatever's at that camp, even if it's a named, I should theoretically be able to knock it out myself. Plus, I still have a concussive damage buff for another hour, you know, little less than an hour. But I'm not going to take all the truncheons and have all of these guys help me, because then it just adds all that extra weight. So if we happen to see a named thrall at... Oh, you know something else? I just thought of something. One shot and he's dead. Son of a bitch. I wonder if this is going to screw me up. We've converted like 3 craftspeople. Will I get credit for that with Thrall Maker? Or Thrall Taker? Son of a bitch, man. It didn't give me credit. It should do that. God damn it. Okay, well, I'll have to try and... In fact, let's just keep that active for now, because I'm not even really working on anything else at the moment anyway. Yeah, that sucks, man. It should give me credit for that, because I just converted 3 craftsmen or woman thralls. Look at that, man. Just one shot and you're gone. This is a powerful weapon for where we're currently at. I love it. Yeah, okay. Well, if we find a craftsman, a named craftsman, woman, in this Dafari camp all the way at the west end of the river, we'll bring him back, and then hopefully we'll get credit for it. But again, I think that's bullshit. You should get credit. Hey, we didn't one-shot him. You should get credit for that. Even if that's not active, you know, at the time that you're doing it. All right, here's the Inika again. Oh, is that a different? That's somebody different. Okay, hold on. I want to see who it is. I'm not really looking for another named fighter yet until we get into the higher areas where we can get someone even better. But let's just see. Okay, you're Eric the Slayer. I want to say he's probably not bad. I'll tell you what. Let's knock him out. We'll take him back because we'll get credit. You know, for the journey step, and he can kind of be like a backup for us. Because I'm not gonna take 4 thralls with me. That's just, I think that's too cheaty. But what we'll do is we'll use him as a backup in case we happen to lose one of those guys. Now you guys stay there. I'll be back in a second. They'll defend themselves if anything dares to attack them. But yeah, this will give us a backup named fighter A, and B, it'll hopefully help us finish this journey step. Oh wait though, no, he's not a crafter. Shit. Okay, so it's not going to help us with the journey step, but it'll still give us a backup named fighter. So we'll still do it. Alright, let's check this chest here. I don't want any of that stuff. I've never seen any NPCs at that camp. Okay, we're going to take a quick sidestep here. There's a little bit of a lore thing up here with the broken bridge. And there's also some ironstone up here too, for those of you who may not know. Ghosties. Okay, pause the screen to read that. Okay. Yeah, there's 3 thingies of ironstone right there. And there's one over here. A big one over here. And that is, again, this location right here. And this is the Shatter Bridge. That's what it's called. So I've come over here. What I've done multiple times now is I come this far to the west, to this point, grab all that ironstone, and then work my way back and grab all the stuff along the river. When I have gotten it along the river. Somewhere up, not too far around here. Might be up that way. I don't know. There is, you can go learn the Yog religion. I think it's... yeah, somewhere like around here. And then this cave... this cave is... what is this cave called? Cavern of Fiends. I don't think I've ever been in this cave. I think this is new since 2021. Or if it isn't new, I never went into it. So it looks like we could get crystal in here if we wanted to. And then it's got a bunch of the imp dudes in here. Just gonna poke our head in here real quick and take a look around. It's good to know that it's a crystal location. There's a bigger one. Can we go in there? Yeah. Okay. So, I guess, if nothing else, it's a place we can come and farm crystal if we need to. Huh. I don't remember this cave from before. Now, that again, that doesn't mean it wasn't here. Maybe it was and I just never knew it was here. But another crystal farming location. Cavern of Fiends. Good to know. There's another iron stone node there. Now we have a usually named fighter over that way too. That looks like another Inika maybe. Let's just go, you guys stay here. Let's just go see who this is. Yeah, I think that's just another Inika. Oh no, it's Syria the Mad. She's kind of damaged. Yeah, you know what? Let's let's just kill her, and she might drop something good.
It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Or not. Okay, let's, this is my first time being over here, in this playthrough. So I'm trying to remember. Okay, we got some people over there. Probably, unless we want to just go massacre everybody, probably what we should do is have our peeps stay here and we can pull enemies to them. I think that's what we'll do. Okay. So the deal is if we find a named craftsman that we don't already have, we'll knock them out and take them home. Otherwise, we're just going to take everybody out. Nice. Ow. What is that? An Iron Guardian Scythe Arm. Yeah, we need that, and we want that. Let's take these for some cheap-ass healing. I don't want to load up on too much stuff, though, because we have, you know, the Dregs dungeon to do. I don't care about any of that. I'm not going to get hearts either. Nope, none of that stuff matters. Okay.
Come, Shadow.
Is this a chest? You have found a dictionary. Okay. Okay, what are you? You're a tanner. We need a tanner, but I don't want to level 2. You're a fighter.
I will drink your blood.
We'll take those feathers. Since they're not very heavy. Wait, no, we don't need that. Get rid of that. Let's see what loot this guy's got. Nothing we want. What's in here? I don't want any of that stuff either. We got a ghosty here. Okay, pause the screen to read Harlot's journal. Okay, we'll take the guardian stuff. Water orb. No, none of the rest of that stuff's that big a deal.
He comes to us.
We'll take that and the fur. Sorceress spell page. Nice. Okay. Somebody there sacrificing there. Alright, we have 4 dudes coming after us. You're all fighters and
What was that?
dancers, so don't see any named peeps. care about that. What is that? Taxidermist shellback? Nah, we don't need that shit. When we get a main base, you know, we'll probably have some of that kind of stuff, but not right now. Taxidermy hyena? Yeah. Don't care about any of that stuff. You are a level 3 fighter. Alright, so no named peeps here. Wait, we got a couple more over here. What do we have? You coming or not? Level 1 Tanner. Oh shit. Okay, there's a big guy. Cannibal Brute. Trying to remember if these guys are, you know, are decent fighters. I don't remember. I guess what we could do is well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just take it out. Okay, what has he got in here? Bone broth. It's soup. I don't think they're that great. I mean, compared to what we already have. I could be wrong about that, but we definitely want an Iron Guardian torso. Ooh, cooked pork rinds. I think this gives a big strength bonus, doesn't it? It doesn't say that it does. We want the failed sorcerer's page. I think this allows us to learn... okay, yeah, that allows us to learn the cult armor, and apparently we got some furniture too. Okay. Let's go into here. We've got 2 lore stones. Oh, we got more people. A fighter 3 and an archer. Ooh, archer 3. That's kind of nice. Whoop. But again, we don't really need an archer because I'm the archer, you know what I mean? What kind of bow is that? Probably just a Hurricanian? Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. Entrance to the dregs. The lore stones are here. Oh, right. I forgot about that. So, we're taking corruption too. We have to... Oh, no, we're not. We're starving. Oh my god. Okay, here, let's have some cooked pork rinds. We have to actually knock out somebody and bring them up here and sacrifice them here. I forgot about that. To get into the dungeon. Okay. Damn it. I would have left someone alive if I would have remembered, but let's do these first.
Water flows through our city, from untainted sources in the high places, and down through the mighty aqueducts that we built to sustain us. And the sewers carry away the waste from the city, washing it away in a torrent of pure, clean water. Slave, you have been chosen to maintain those sewers, to sweep away the debris and creatures which gather in the foul-smelling darkness. Be honored, bonded one, and be wary. Strange things grow in the gloom of those tunnels.
Right. Because the dregs is basically the sewer system of the Unnamed City. So that's what that's talking about. Damn it. I completely forgot we had to sacrifice somebody here. Unless there's a way you could pick some, you know, pick a body up. Okay. Let's do this, Larstone.
Water flows through our city, and the sewers carry away the waste from the city, washing it away in a torrent of pure, clean water. Slave, you have been chosen to maintain those sewers.
All right, well, I'm going to go back up the river until I find somebody to knock out and drag them back here, because it's going to take a while for all of these people to respawn. And so I'll meet you guys back at the dungeon entrance.
You picked the wrong fight!
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I want to sacrifice a named guy. I think I'm going to go put him on the wheel, and he'll be a spare for us too. And then I'll come back and grab like one of those peeps over there for the sacrifice, because they're just going to be normals. Alright guys, so by the time I got back here, the whole entire camp had re-popped. So I just killed them all again, except for the two that are up there. One of those two will sacrifice. And there weren't any named craftsmen in the group. Okay, so let's go ahead and knock out... Doesn't really matter which one. Okay, and then what we do is we grab you, bring you over to the altar here. Where are my peeps? They should be right there. Where did they go? That's not good. Where the hell are they at? I wonder if they'll teleport to me. Yeah, let's sacrifice. Maybe they'll teleport to me when I enter the dungeon. If they don't, then I guess we do it ourselves. They shh. Oh fuck, man. Where did they go? I mean, we don't really need them to do this dungeon, except for that I don't have a lot of weight capacity. Right. Okay. Okay, go ahead and pause the screen and read that. Okay. God damn it, I'm a little concerned about my thralls. Can I get back out this way? I don't know if I can or not. I can. I'm gonna be like beyond pissed if they're like gone. But I didn't get any messages that they were gone. Alright. I'm gonna head back to the base. We will do that dungeon in this episode, I promise. We'll do it. But I need to know where my followers are. This is bullshit. Alright guys, we're back. My followers were back at the base, so they, for whatever reason, which is beyond me, they reset. I don't know, maybe it's because I got too far away from them, perhaps? I don't know. So I went through and cleared out the camp again. And let's once again knock out these guards, or I guess it's just the one guard, eh? Oh, okay. All it takes is one. Alright, so what the fuck was that? In these pools here, there is more of this glowing goop, and we need to pick a bunch of this. In fact, oh shit, you know what I should have done? God damn it. I brought my sickle with me. I completely forgot about that. Black candle, a tome. No, don't want to. Yellow lotus seeds, poison. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take the volatile and the black lotus. Yeah, I should have brought my sickle because then I could have gathered up a bunch more of this, but didn't think about it. And what? Why do I have no sound now? Shit. Things are just not working out too well, are they? Oh, okay. Sound's back now. Now it disappeared again. It makes that little clinking noise and then it disappears. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's get this here. That just gives us ichor, bones, feral flesh, all stuff we can easily get on the surface. So I'm not going to load myself up with all of that. What is that? Oh, that's just a decoration. Okay. I mean, if we have to throw something out, we'll throw that out later. Those are fairly valuable. Let's take this now just to heal up and get it out of our inventory. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the sound. It's irritating, though. But let's go around. There's a couple more of these pools. I think it's the place where the flames are. And this isn't a... Okay, now the sound's back. That's so weird. What the hell's going on? Why is this happening? I've never... This never happened before. I don't know. Got another Komodo there. I'm not going to loot him. Let's get the rest of the enemies first, and then we'll finish the pools. Okay, so we did that one, this one's the next one. Yeah, we could have gotten a lot more of this if I would have brought my sickle, but just didn't think to do it. Iron skinning knife, exotic flesh, wolf pelt. Nah, I'll take the fur and the layered fur. The rest of that stuff is pretty easy for us to get, though. I think the last one is here. Oh shit, this is a 3-skull. I don't remember a 3-skull being in here before. Alright, let's get our daggers out and get some bleed stacked on him. Okay, there we go. Oh, nice. We got a hardened steel shield, some heavy padding. We'll take both of those. Is this better than what we currently have? So this is armor pen 12, health damage 33 versus... Yeah, it is a little bit better. And then if we put a fitting on it, it will be even better than this one. Okay. So let's take that one. It's not in too bad a shape either. What kind of loot will we get off this guy? I have no idea what happened to the sound. Get a skeleton key, nice. I think that's new. I don't remember there being a 3-skull boss in here last time I did this. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's go. Okay. I want to keep the rest of that stuff. Okay, shit. Not sure what to do about the volume, guys. Maybe if we go into the next area, it'll fix itself. Okay, so it's showing us the party that came in here before us. And what we have to do in this dungeon is we have like switches that we have to well, do we have to do that yet though? No, I guess we don't have to do that yet. Certain places though we'll have to use switches to open and get to the next area. And we have to do it with our bow. Oh man, this sucks. It's unfortunate though because the sounds in this place they're kind of creepy and important, and it's too bad, you know, it's not working right. Maybe if we get further along here, it'll kick in again or something. I don't know. Especially when we get to the end boss, not having sound for that's going to really suck. All right. We can't do any climbing in this dungeon. There's a switch right there. So you don't ever want to come in here without a bow. Okay, so what that does, I think, is fill... wait a minute. Yeah, it fills the place with water, and then it allows us to get up to the next level. It's really a pretty fun dungeon. When the fucking sound's working. A couple skellies here. I need stamina. We'll take the fur. We'll take Grey Lotus Seeds and Goldstone. I'm not going to take Iron Reinforcements just because I need to be mindful of my encumbrance. Yeah, that sucks, man. It's so weird. Okay, let's go. Are these lore stones? I can't remember. No, they're not. Okay. Okay, so we've got a switch there. Sometimes my arrows don't work. Case in point. And I don't know why that happens. Okay, water's rising. I guess that gets us up to here. And I'm going to be seriously bummed out if we don't have sound. So it gives you arrows. In fact, actually, let's take those and we'll use them so we're not wasting our more expensive arrows. We'll put those on our second bow. Okay, so I think we have to hit that switch. I don't think there's anything else down that way. That should fill up with water to allow us to get to the next section. I think. Yep, here it comes. All right, so for here, we need to... I don't remember what we need to do here. There's a switch there, but we should be able to just double jump over to here. I don't want any of that stuff. I think we have to hit this. At some point too, I think the switches are timed. I'm not sure if it's in here or not. Okay, so that's raising this water up. Okay, then we gotta get that water raised up. Okay. Oh, it's coming back up again. Okay, so I think, now if I remember right, I think when that water goes down, this water comes up. Maybe. Let's wait and see what happens. I could almost make that jump with a double, though. Okay, that water's going down. That water's not going up, though, so I think there's another switch we're supposed to hit somewhere. Just don't remember where it's at. Man, I am really disappointed that the sound's not working in here. Nope, never mind, we made it. That's not how it's supposed to work, though. There's supposed to be some other kind of a switch that we can hit, you know, to get up there. Oh, look, there's a big spider boss down there. Was he there before? I don't know, but let's kill him because it gives us another skeleton key. Get some bleeds on him. One more bleed. Okay, now let's switch to... Oh, he's dead already. That was easy. Oh my god, what do we have here? Feral dog carcass, panther carcass. Mandibles of Otlok Naka? A legendary cleaver. Hell yeah. fragment of power. We need those. Numbing wraps, a Grandmaster armor kit, ivory. I don't know what these mandible thingies do. Armor negation, like, oh my god, 50% armor penetration. That's nice. Okay, yeah, we'll take those. Let's eat something. Okay, and then we want to butcher this guy for another skelly key. There we go. And some demon blood and other stuff too. I don't want the ichor. Yeah, we'll probably end up getting rid of the demon blood just because it's really heavy. We'll see how far we can get though. Let's take a water. Yeah, that's new. I don't remember that spider being in here last time I did this. So I think that's new too. God, I wish the sound was working. I'll quit whining about it because I can't do anything about it, but it's just irritating. I apologize, guys, that it's not working. When we get close to the end boss, it talks to us, and it's like really creepy too, man. And so it's gonna suck that we're not gonna be able to experience that. I'm completely stuck here. Okay, you guys all come back up here. We'll take the frost, lotus power, and ebony silk, and more ivory. I can always put a few things on my peeps too. In fact, we should probably do that now. And not... Oh shit! Not in combat. Case in point. Take the fur, don't care about the coal. Alright, let's give you the heaviest stuff we're carrying. And we'll give you... Here, get rid of that. That gives you more health, doesn't it? Okay. We'll put the blood and one of the leathers, two of the leather satchels in you. That gets us down to 77%. And we'll put the other leather satchel in you. And if I have to, I can pull these stakes out of them too. But that gets us down to 74%. Okay. All right. Now what do we got to do? Oh my god, that's a lot of skellies. Holy shit. I need stamina. Okay. Loot chests. Nope, I don't want any of that stuff. Medium padding, demon blood, raw ash. Silver, gold. We'll take the goopity doop. Don't care about that. Light padding, leavening plant seeds. Wait, what is that? That's an advanced armor. Yeah, I guess we'll take it. Let's take this. Oh god, that gets up to 97%. Okay, we give you the ivory. And what else do you have? Yeah. I said if we had to, we'd get rid of those books. So let's get rid of that stake from you and put that in there. It gets us down to 76%. Okay. Okay, so we're getting close to the boss here. So we gotta Trying to remember what we need to do next. It's been a while. Yeah, we've got to hit like that switch down there first, I think. Okay. The water, I guess, will start to rise. There it goes. Okay. Nice how that fire burns underwater. And it gets us up to here. Can't get up that way, though. I'm stuck. Yeah, see, the water's going down now. I don't know if it'll cycle or what it's going to do. Let's look around, though. Yep, no, it's coming back up again. Okay, we got up there. I don't know if if we didn't have double jump, we might not have been able to do that, but this is where we need to go here. I want to say that there... Actually, here. Now that we know we can get up there... Let's wait for the water to rise again, because I think there might be something over here, like a loot chest or something. I just don't remember for sure. Yeah, here we go. All right, what is this? A cauldron, a glowing essence. We want that. Black lotus seeds. Don't care about the rest of that stuff. All right, let's head on back. Now, if I recall correctly, as soon as we start to enter this like little culvert here, we start to hear the boss talk to us, and it's kind of creepy sounding. And again, I'm just really disappointed that we can't hear it, but can't do anything about it. So, okay, let's go. Yeah, the boss is right up there. Right now it's talking to us in this really creepy, I don't know, serpentine demon type of voice. I don't remember what it says, but it's not nice, whatever it is. These skeletons are pretty damn tough, all things considered. We'll take the gray lotus and the fur. Gold's pretty easy to get. Let's leave that just to keep our weight down. And there is the boss right there. Oh shit, Skelly. Alright, advanced armor repair kit. I'm gonna leave the rest of that. Okay, so this boss is relatively easy to cheesy McSqueezy with archery. Trying to think if I want my thralls to stay put, because if I remember right, you don't want them to go down into the pit where the boss is at certain points, because bad things will happen. Alright, can I poison you? Let's put poison arrows back on. And let's try these and see what happens. Things don't seem to be working right. Yeah, I did put a poison on the boss. Okay. So now I can start cheesing it if I get my fucking arrows to work. And I think it's going to spit something at me. I thought it tried to spit at me. It seems like this whole fucking dungeon is broken, man. I don't know what the hell's going on. But you have to arrange it for the first part of the fight. I think, because I don't think you want to stand in the goop that it's in, because it's like acidic. Look at all the fucking eyes on that thing. That's creepy. But from what I remember, it's supposed to be like spitting acid balls or something at me, but it doesn't seem to be working right. Okay, let's switch to poison arrows. See, the arrow didn't work that time. Come on, game. There, now it worked. I was having that problem when I was, yesterday when I was in the savannah when we were harvesting the thick hide. Sometimes my bow didn't work. I don't know why. So weird. Stamina back. See, the other thing that doesn't seem right is there's like different phases of this fight where the acid disappears and you can actually go up and melee the boss for a bit and then you have to step back again or something. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be working right. Okay, it's down. Yeah, that's not the way this fight was supposed to go. But what we want to do is go down here, and we got a legendary shield and a legendary Reaver's Axe from the skeleton keys that we have received. And then looks like another shield. And I think if we have harvest the boss. Yeah, there we go. We need this stuff for the main storyline. And let's grab this too. We've acquired new knowledge. So this gives us reptile leather and the abyssal arrows. So yeah, that's disappointing, guys, that things weren't quite working the way they were supposed to, but I don't know. I hope that doesn't happen in every dungeon. Okay, so what do we get? We got the Reaver's Axe. Okay, so this is a strength weapon. It's 15 armor pin and 63 health damage. That's pretty damn good. I think this is a two-handed weapon. So we could give that to Ulrich. He's got 47 armor pin and 44 damage. So that's a pretty damn good increase in damage. Especially if we put an armor kit or a weapon improvement kit thingy-madoodle on it too. But it has less armor penetration than the hammer, but that's typical anyway. Quite a bit less armor penetration, so I don't know. But this has shield smash too. I don't know if that cancels out or if it evens out or what. Not really sure. And then we've got Black Bruarg's Fury. Reactive Bleed. I don't know what that means. But some pretty big health damage there. This one is cold insulated. So that would be good to take up north. If that means, we're insulated from the cold, which I think is what it means. And then, yeah, so those are the three things. 53. Right. What is this? This is only 33 with 12. So this is definitely an improvement here. So maybe this is the shield that we use normally when we're using the one-handed sword. But we'll hang on to this one and use it when we go up north, because look at the cold protection that it gives. That's huge. That's a lot. Yeah, really nice. Okay. All right, ladies and gents, that is it for the unfortunately silent Dregs dungeon. What a bummer though, man. Aside from the fact that we had appeared like we had 2 new bosses and some loot chests, you know, to use with the skeleton keys. Otherwise it seemed like it was more or less the same. Abysmal Eye. We make something with that, I guess. Excuse me. Those are some things that we used to also make something with. Maybe some arrows? Yeah, nice. Okay, and then this is the exit. You guys are all following me, right? And then the sound works. Yeah, so this dungeon is definitely broken somehow, some way. It's not working right. Okay, where are we at? So it popped this out right here, kind of near the city. Okay, so I have 87%. We don't need bones. Those are easy enough to get. We want to hang on to this just because that's a unique material. And the Staff of the Triumvirate. Okay, so this is important because this is main storyline stuff. And we're going to need this along with some other things to advance the story itself. Okay, so what I'm thinking at this point, let's get rid of those, is that since we're really close to the Unnamed City at the moment, we could just go do a little bit of farming here and get a few more levels. That's the boundary, by the way. So, yeah, we can't go. That's where we entered the dungeon down there, in the Dregs and the Skulkers in camp. But you can kind of see the green looking force field thing. So if we tried to walk beyond that, it would insta-kill us. But why don't we, since we're here, why don't we just kind of go into the city a little bit and do a little bit of farming and kind of check it out. You know, we're going to be spending a lot of time in the Unnamed City because it's a good place to do farming. You know, because the enemies are pretty high level, so you get lots of XP and you get pretty good loot. But we won't. I'm not going to do a lot of that right now. We can maybe do a little bit to end out this episode here. Alright, so down here we've got one of those ghosty guys. They're pretty tough enemies, but I think everybody's at full health, right? I think we should be able to take them. Okay. So let's get this out.
Take
20,000 XP for that. Nice. And we'll take the glowing goop and the fur. Don't care about the rest of that. Taxidermied bear would be kind of cool. How heavy is that thing? For deco. It's relatively heavy. Okay, we'll take it for the moment. But yeah, like I said, we're going to be spending a lot of time here. Farming and, you know, that sort of thing. And working the story. So we'll just get a little bit of a taste of that now. And as you can see, a brown bear trophy. That's cool. Wolf pelt. Now that just turns into normal leather. That's not worth anything to speak of. But they have the potential for some pretty good stuff. Oh, you're bringing a buddy with you.
Die!
Advanced weapon repair kit, glowing goop, a black bear trophy. Sure, why not? We'll take the ivory because you already have ivory in your inventory. What did you drop? I'll take the fur and the advanced armor weapon repair kit. Fur, black lotus, the seeds. Leave the gold. Easy enough to get. Weapon repair kit, wolf pelt, bear pelt, hop seeds. Nah, don't need any of that. Light padding, sure, I guess so. Frost lotus powder. One of you has light pad. Well, okay, you have medium padding. You got heavy padding. We're at 98%. So yeah, we're kind of getting to the point where we can't do a whole lot more here. Let's just kill a few more of these guys, see if we can get a couple more points of XP on our followers here. Pure aloe extract. Goop. Nope, don't care about that stuff. Numbing wraps, Emir stone statue, goop. Nope. Leave the rest of that. Rune stone. A stone inscribed with symbols. It's a treasure. I don't know exactly what we do with that, but we'll take it. Black lotus, raw ash. We're going to leave the rest of that. Where are we at? Okay, we're way on the southwestern end of the city. I think there's a boss around here somewhere. Like a world boss that might give us a skeleton key. Take the fur, the goop. We're going to leave the statue. And we're going to leave the silver bar. Okay, we have to now have a come to Jesus meeting here. Light padding is pretty easy to make. I'm going to dump that. Are you the boss guy? Oh shit, he is. 3 skull. Okay. So he should drop us a skeleton key.
Curse you!
We're taking corruption in this area too. guy is, this guy's tough, man. No, don't reset, motherfucker! Oh, come on! Okay. I was gonna just about ready to swear like a sailor, man.
Curse you! Curse you!
Got him. Holy shit. That was rough. Alright. Perfected heavy padding. We're taking that. Fragment of power, a radium gem, and a grand master armor repair kit. He didn't give us a skeleton key though, did he? Oh wait, no, we have to harvest him. What? Wait a minute. What the fuck is that? A black tusk shield? So that's 33 health and 12 armor pin. It's better than our ancient shield. It's the same exact as the hardened hardened steel. Alright, let's grab it. Because if nothing else, we might be able to break it down. And he should give us a skelly key, right? No, he didn't. Oh man. We got gypped. Okay. We're going to have to get rid of the bear. I'm sure we'll come across another one of those at some point. Let's get rid of the bones. Let's get rid of all of this putrid meat. What do you have? Okay, take the goop. Yeah, man, we got pounded there. Okay, give him the perfected heavy padding. Why won't he take that? I don't know. Dude, what the fuck? Not enough space in inventory? Okay, wait. What's going on here? Give me that. Get rid of that. Take this and take this. Not enough space in inventory. Alright, you know what? Fuck these books. We don't need them. Okay, that gets us to 92%. 11 perfected heavy padding. That is some valuable stuff, man. I mean, that's enough for 2 plus 1 sets of, like, end-game armor. Very, very nice. Okay. Let's take a look at the map. We're all the way over here. Excuse me. I think we're going to do one more thing before we wrap up this episode. We're going to run down into the center of the city and get the spawn point or teleportation thingy. So you heal up. Okay, that frees up a spot. Let's give you the fur. Alright, there's one of the dragon bosses down there. Right there. That's like a baby dragon boss. I don't know. I mean, we could probably take that boss, but I don't really have any space for anything at the moment, inventory wise. And then down there is like the main dragon boss, and I farmed her a lot in 2021 playthrough for, what was I looking for? She dropped like a really good bow or something. All right. Yeah, so these are like baby dragons. They're still dangerous, but they're not like mom dragon tough. They're 1 skull level.
You picked the wrong fight!
And what do we get for these guys? Dragon bone. Okay. Yeah, we need that for something. Don't necessarily need that leather. Let's get rid of the exotic flesh. I'll hang on to the leather for the moment, but let's go this way. So yeah, that'll be one of the bosses that we'll farm on a regular basis. But there's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different bosses in the Unnamed City that we can farm. But we want to go down this way. Nice miss. Hops. Brimstone, silver. Very advanced armor repair kit. Okay, if we go up here. Whoop.
You picked the wrong fight. Face down.
Take you!
Steel fire, gold dust, advanced armor repair kit. Not taking any of that. So down here is like the big mama dragon down there, yeah. So she's a tough fight. She's one of the hardest bosses in this game, at least from what I remember. We won't be messing with her right now, but we will. We will come after her at some point. Let's leave those guys alone for now. Nice. Whoops. Let's go. In there is like a set temple and a big giant snake boss. Which we'll farm later. I need water. Where's my water? Take some water. And that dude up there is one of the, you know, the guys that have been talking to us at the lore stones, calling us slaves and stuff like that. He's like one of the main characters of that race that enslaved the humans. One of the, I think he's like the, what's he called, the war taker or something like that. We will talk to him. I don't want to do that right now though, just because, yeah, we'll do that later. So we'll have an episode coming up here fairly soon where we'll really start focusing on, you know, the lore and the storyline. So we'll leave him for later. Right now, I just really kind of want to get to the teleportation stone more than anything. And we'll take a quick look at the map room too. Leave all that stuff. Take the steel reinforcements and the ebony silk and the black lotus seeds. All stuff that we can't easily obtain at the moment. Okay, he's a boss that we'll farm. I'm not going to mess with him right now.
Curse you!
Lotus, and yeah, we'll take the alchemical base too. I want that stuff.
You picked the wrong fight.
Here's a new enemy. Alchemical rhino hide. No, nope, nope. Don't want that stuff. Oh, you know what? We needed this leavening agent for one of the potions. But if I recall correctly, we can get that stuff pretty easily up north. And swap the repair kit. Okay. So this area we take corruption in, so we don't want to spend a ton of time here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run to the teleportation stone. There we go. Okay, so that means we can now teleport here from any other teleportation stone. And let's run into the map room. Well, we better make sure all of our peeps survive first. Black lotus seeds, fur, ivory. Medium padding. One of you is holding medium padding. You are. And you're also holding on to fur. Okay. Let's run into the map room because it will give us a reprieve from this corruption. You know what, though? Doesn't even look like the corruption's affecting us. I wonder why. That's weird. The archives. Oh. I thought that was a bad. Okay, welcome to the archives, ladies and gentlemen. That ghosty guy in front of us is the Priest King. He is also one of the main storyline dudes, and from the race that befriended humans. I said the S word earlier, and I think there's something in here I'm supposed to be able to grab. I think it's over here, maybe? Press E to interact. There we go. You have accessed the dark library. Okay. Does that give us a new thingy here? All right. I'm going to leave him for another episode. So what we'll do is we'll dedicate an episode. Well, we'll actually be dedicating multiple episodes to progressing the story. But I don't want to do that right now just because I want to kind of do it in a more organized fashion. Anyways, so what I'm going to do, guys, is we're going to head back home and get situated and put stuff away and all that. And then I will, let's see, what's next on the agenda? We need to figure out where we're going to build our main base. And my tentative plan for that is to do that in up north here. Not in the ice, but in this green area here. Because, you know, I've built multiple bases in the desert area in the past. I've built 2 bases in the jungle in the past. But I've not really built a base up north. I have been on a multiplayer server where they had a base north, but I didn't really build it myself. So my tentative plan is that we're going to do something up north for our permanent base, but that's not set in stone yet. I'm still kind of pondering, what the plan's going to be for that. So we got to figure that out. But I want to keep progressing also with the story too, and doing the different dungeons. So the next dungeon that we would probably do would be the Witch Queen, which is over here in the jungle. So that'll probably be coming up here in the next episode or 3. Okay, so with that being said, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share the video, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.